All right, let's get this show on the road. Let's go. All right, big, exciting day. We finished the box. The lost box has been consumed, reviewed, displayed, heralded, institutionalized, documented, and archived. And now we're ready to move on to the second stash of chips that I acquired in the United Kingdom. These were gifted to me by a good friend of mine, a very talented artist from the UK, goes by the name Rika, tagged in the comments. Great fellow, great artist. Similar in taste and approach and worldview. The Sucklord, a lot of pop culture, Star Wars mashups, toys, action figures, prints, sculptures. Swell guy, very talented. Makes very large scale stuff as well. Does a lot of hip hop things. Highly recommend you go check the fellow out. Great artist, great pal. Here's a little example of something he gifted me. It's a little pink stormtrooper nailed to a cross. Likes to play with a lot of religious iconography and mix it up with Star Wars things. Great guy. Anyway, on my last day when I was in London, stayed in the Peckham area where my father grew up, and he came through with a big bag of British snacks. And what makes this bag interesting and different from the box is, except for a couple of exceptions we're going to save to the end, none of them are actually potato chips. They're like every single fucking other thing you can think of besides potato chips. And what was in the bag, which I'm really excited about, because pretty much every British person that I've ever spoken to about this program has asked if I've done this, and until now the answer has been no, and the snack in question is Monster Munch. It seems as if every kid growing up in the UK since the 70s has some experience and relationship with this snack. Now, from what I understand and can tell, it's like a puffed corn snack. It's like a Cheeto, I guess, made out of the same shit, made through an extrusion method. And these are supposedly in the shape of something that's supposed to be a monster claw or monster paw. I read some of the marketing materials from this company, and they said they like to keep it undefined, so the person consuming it can use their own imagination. How generous of you, thank you. I would also like to point out before I get into this that Rika designed this shirt. This is one of his signature pieces of apparel, before I forget. And while I love it, I'm not entirely sure if I agree with the sentiment, because you can definitely play with me. On with the Monster Munch. So they have these little monsters that act as their mascots. They've changed the flavors. They've changed the style. They've done all kinds of crazy marketing campaigns. And it's like, this is just apparently a big thing in the UK. So I'm happy to get my hands on it for the first time. I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say they love it. I've heard some people say they're absolutely fucking awful and terrible. We're gonna find out. Knowing me, it'll probably be right down the middle. And then again, knowing me, I might have a very extreme position on this. You never know. I don't know. I'm still getting to know myself after all this time. Can you believe that? Anyway, this flavor is pickled onion. Now, these were originally created by the Smiths Company, and then they were bought up by Walker's Company. None of that shit is interesting. That's just the way things work in the world of big snack. So, ooh, the pickle smell is just blasting. I'm gonna hate this. Okay, fairly full bag. These weird big yellow puffy things. It is pretty big and thick. It is indiscernible as to what it is. Kind of looks like I want to make it match the guy in the bag, but anyway. I can barely get it in. Well, I'll be. Pickled onion. Yes, definitely. The onion flavor, the pickle flavor. Pickled onions. How about, what is it, a martini? Gibson, one of those. What's a drink with the pickled onion in it? Anyway, these are pretty tasty. I'll fuck with it. The shape is awkward. I don't know if it's practical. It like chews funny. A little bit of work. The flavor's all right. I mean, tastes like what it says it's gonna taste like. These are kind of fun. I think somewhere in this bottomless pile, there's another flavor of these, so I'm looking forward to that. But, oh, wow. Actually, yeah. Okay, well, Monster Munch, huh? If I had these when I was a kid, I probably would have gone crazy for it. Pretty fucking hideous bag design, but anyway. All right, Monster Munch. Curious to see what else they can do. I like it. Thanks to Rika for the chips and the shirt and the little stormtrooper thing. You're a great dude. You made a lot of Sucklord action figures too, which people should be checking out and buying. And that is that. I'll see you in the next one.